the real-world blockchain nobody's watching. While everyone is chasing hype coins and L2 gas rebates, Stellar is out here doing the unthinkable, powering actual real-world financial infrastructure. Not someday, right now, quietly, globally, and with partners most crypto projects can only dream of. The truth is, Stellar isn't trying to be the loudest blockchain in the room. It's engineering itself to be the most useful, and the results are starting to speak for themselves. From cross-border payment rails to stablecoin settlement and on-chain compliance, Stellar is already plugged into real economies in ways most chains aren't even architected to support. And here's the kicker. The crypto world isn't paying attention. While influencers are debating meme coins on X, Stellar is helping migrants in Ukraine access digital dollars, allowing aid groups to deliver funds instantly, and powering Visa-backed stablecoin payments for the unbanked. This isn't a white paper pitch. It's all live. It's all on-chain. And it's all using XLM as the native gas and liquidity layer. If you think Stellar is just another 2017 relic, you're not just missing the narrative, you're missing the biggest institutional stealth run in crypto. Subscribe to Be Crypto Smart if you want to stay ahead of the herd. Ukraine aid, where blockchain proves itself or fails. Let's cut through the noise. Most blockchains talk a big game about helping the unbanked, but very few actually walk the walk. Stellar did, right in the middle of a war zone, no less. Back in 2022, the Stellar Development Foundation teamed up with the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, to deliver humanitarian aid directly to Ukrainians displaced by conflict. This wasn't your typical slow, clunky bank transfer or a paper check lost in bureaucracy. Instead, aid flowed through USDC on the Stellar blockchain, fast, transparent, and direct. Each recipient was given a digital wallet, yes, an actual crypto wallet, preloaded with USDC stablecoins. These wallets were powered by Vibrant, a Stellar-based wallet app developed by the SDF specifically for this mission. The real magic? Recipients could walk into any MoneyGram branch and instantly cash out their USDC for local currency, with no gas fees, no exposure to wild price swings, and zero reliance on traditional banks. This is the stark difference between crypto hype and crypto utility. It wasn't about flipping tokens for quick gains or chasing market pumps. It was about survival, accessing reliable money across borders, restoring financial dignity in the most desperate circumstances, and giving displaced families a lifeline when every second counted. And Stellar pulled this off because it was built for exactly this kind of mission. Lightning-fast settlement speeds, ultra-low transaction costs, real fiat on-ramps and off-ramps integrated, compliance and regulatory safeguards baked right in. This is the kind of infrastructure that matters when people's lives are on the line. Not some flashy chain that chokes under NFT mania or memecoin frenzy. When blockchain was facing a moment of truth, either prove it or perish, Stellar delivered, quietly, reliably, and without waiting around for approval from centralized gatekeepers. This wasn't a PR stunt or a pilot project to impress investors. It was blockchain solving a real-world crisis, with real people's futures hanging in the balance. And it happened because Stellar understood the stakes, the technology, and the responsibility better than most. In an industry still chasing the next big hype cycle, Stellar showed what functional, meaningful crypto looks like, bridging humanitarian aid, global finance, and real human impact. And that's why this story isn't just important. It's transformational. MoneyGram, a global cash network, rewired. MoneyGram is a name almost everyone recognizes, synonymous with traditional remittances, wire transfers, and the old-school way of sending money across borders. For decades, MoneyGram has been a lifeline for millions, connecting families and communities globally. But what most people don't realize is how profoundly MoneyGram's massive global footprint, over 300,000 agent locations spread across more than 200 countries, has just evolved into one of the world's largest crypto off-ramps. And that transformation is powered by Stellar. This isn't just a marketing gimmick or some futuristic concept stuck in a white paper. The Stellar MoneyGram integration is a fully operational, live network that allows users to convert USDC stablecoins directly into local fiat currency, and vice versa, without the need for a traditional bank account or cumbersome intermediaries. Picture this. A person living in a rural town in El Salvador can receive USDC payments on the Stellar blockchain, then simply walk into a nearby MoneyGram agent minutes later and cash out those digital dollars for cold, hard local currency. No delays, no waiting days for bank clearance, no hidden fees, and no complicated crypto exchange accounts. Just instant, reliable access to money. This is more than convenience, it's financial inclusion at scale. For millions of people worldwide, especially in underbanked regions, access to traditional banking infrastructure is limited or non-existent. MoneyGram and Stellar together tear down those barriers. This integration is enabling users who previously had no practical way to participate in the global economy to receive, hold, and convert digital assets seamlessly. Since its launch in 2022, this service has gone from pilot phase to live across dozens of countries, transforming how crypto is used in the real world. By bridging the gap between blockchain stablecoins and physical cash, Stellar and MoneyGram have removed one of the most stubborn bottlenecks hindering mass crypto adoption: the painful, complex, and risky process of turning digital tokens into spendable money. No more jumping through hoops with centralized exchanges. No more fears of volatility spikes or scams. And no more waiting in limbo for approvals that could take days or weeks. What makes this truly groundbreaking is Stellar's blockchain quietly working beneath it all. Stellar is engineered for speed and efficiency. Transactions settle within seconds. Transaction fees are fractions of a cent, not dollars. And the system is built for finality and security. There are no clunky layer 2 solutions adding complexity. No awkward wrapping and unwrapping of tokens. No miners or bots front-running your transactions and slapping on extra costs. Stellar provides a smooth, clean pipeline from digital dollars on-chain straight into your hand as real cash. This is what real-world adoption looks like, not vague press releases or experimental testnets that never leave the lab. This is everyday people in real places using crypto as a tool to access reliable financial services and improve their lives. This breakthrough is quietly rewriting the rules of how money moves across borders, especially in underserved markets. It's moving crypto out of speculative hype and into the realm of essential infrastructure, giving millions a lifeline to stable, fast, and affordable financial transactions. And this is just the beginning. As Stellar continues to build more partnerships and expand this model, the network effect of seamless crypto-to-cash conversion will only grow, bringing the promise of financial inclusion to billions more around the globe. Visa connecting digital dollars to real-world spending. You think a giant like Visa, synonymous with traditional credit, debit, and payment networks, would be the slowest to jump on blockchain. The image of Visa as this old-guard payments titan, locked into legacy systems and resistant to disruption, is exactly why their current partnership with Stellar is so striking. Because Visa isn't just dabbling in crypto, they're actively integrating it into their core business through Stellar's blockchain. At the heart of this is Visa's collaboration with Tala and Circle. Tala, a leading fintech platform serving millions of underbanked users primarily in emerging markets like Kenya and the Philippines, teamed up with Circle to leverage USDC, the top regulated stablecoin, on Stellar's blockchain. What this partnership delivers is nothing short of revolutionary. Underbanked users holding USDC in a digital wallet, able to spend that stablecoin anywhere Visa cards are accepted, which is more than 70 million merchants worldwide. This isn't some theoretical white paper or a far-off vision. This is happening now. Here's how it actually works. A user in Kenya receives a payment or loan dispersed in USDC directly into a Tala wallet built on Stellar. That same user can immediately walk into a local store, whether it's a grocery shop, pharmacy, or even a tuition payment office, and spend those funds via a Visa card linked to their Tala wallet. No banks, no long waiting times, no hidden fees, just instant, frictionless spending. It's blockchain-powered real-time settlement seamlessly connected to the largest payment network on the planet. What's truly remarkable is how quietly this has been rolling out, flying under the radar of most crypto watchers. While headlines chase the latest hype tokens or flashy NFT projects, Stellar is powering one of the cleanest, most practical bridges between stablecoins and everyday commerce. This isn't speculation or swapping tokens on a decentralized exchange. This is real money moving through real economies, touching real lives. And because it's built on USDC and Stellar, the solution hits a perfect sweet spot. You get the price stability of a fully regulated, dollar-backed stablecoin, combined with Stellar's lightning-fast settlement times and built-in compliance protocols. That trifecta is what Visa needs to confidently back this initiative without worrying about regulatory red flags, volatile token prices, or slow transactions. Visa's not interested in working with blockchains that are slow, expensive, or risky. They've seen countless Layer 1 chains pitch integrations, but most fall short on one critical factor: the ability to combine compliance with scale and speed. Stellar's architecture: compliance first, low-cost transactions with near-instant finality, checks all those boxes. This isn't a sandbox experiment or a testnet trial. This is core infrastructure Visa is betting billions on. Here's the big-picture impact. Visa is effectively onboarding millions of users into a new financial system where USDC flows freely and instantly across borders, from digital wallets to cards to merchants, all without the need for traditional banks. This doesn't just mean faster payments. It means real financial inclusion at scale. For millions who have been excluded from the global financial system, this offers unprecedented access to digital dollars and everyday spending power. And Stellar? Stellar is quietly the connective tissue making it all possible. This is where blockchain stops being a buzzword and becomes invisible, yet utterly indispensable. When a user swipes a card or pays with their phone, they don't need to know Stellar exists beneath the surface. The experience is seamless, reliable, and frictionless. That's the gold standard of adoption. Visa understands this deeply. Tala understands this deeply. Circle understands this deeply. They're all aligned on the future where regulated stablecoins on compliant blockchains form the backbone of global payments. And Stellar has already positioned itself as the backbone. Quietly, globally, unstoppably. This is where blockchain technology stops being a speculative asset or niche tool and starts being an essential piece of financial infrastructure. The kind that changes lives, empowers communities, and moves billions every day, all while you barely notice it's there. The bigger picture, Stellar isn't competing, it's replacing. The biggest misconception about Stellar is that it's just another blockchain trying to outpace Ethereum, Solana, or whatever new hot Layer 1 is trending this week. That's not the game Stellar's playing. Stellar isn't chasing the usual headlines of DeFi total value locked or NFT frenzy. It's quietly but decisively replacing broken, outdated financial infrastructure, one critical piece at a time, one strategic partner after another. While the rest of the blockchain world scrambles to compete over block space, transaction fees, and flashy dApps, Stellar is carving out a different path. It's embedding itself deep into essential sectors that matter: humanitarian aid in war zones, global cash networks like MoneyGram, and consumer payment giants like Visa. This isn't about flashy tech demos or eye-popping on-chain metrics. It's about creating a foundation institutions can rely on without jumping through endless hoops to stay compliant, without relying on a patchwork of extra tools and middlemen. It's not sexy, it's not flashy, but it works. That's the secret sauce. While other chains chase the spotlight with complicated DeFi protocols and speculative tokens, Stellar is winning by being simple, reliable, and fully compliant. This approach might not capture the headlines every day, but it's what drives sustainable, large-scale adoption. And here's the twist. This methodical, foundational strategy is exactly how Stellar wins over the long haul. Because the moment it becomes easier to build on Stellar than to navigate the labyrinth of SWIFT payments, the moment it's faster and cheaper to settle cross-border payments with USDC on Stellar than to wait days for correspondent banks to clear funds, the moment it's safer and more transparent to deliver humanitarian aid using smart contracts than relying on paper checks and manual processes, Stellar has already won. The world isn't clamoring for another flashy trading protocol or another meme token to pump. The world needs better rails, better plumbing under the entire global financial system. Stellar isn't just laying those rails. It's building the entire foundation, globally and quietly, behind the scenes. This isn't a bet on price speculation. This is a bet on fundamentally replacing the plumbing of the financial system with technology that actually works and scales. And XLM? XLM is the fuel that powers all of it. If your focus is real-world adoption, real impact, and lasting infrastructure change, then Stellar isn't just in the blockchain game, it's leading it. Subscribe to Be Crypto Smart for more deep dives and breakdowns like this.